Digital ops, our internet cop, trying to trap me up, toughen up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host. Just this. I'm driving, so I might not make eye contact. But check it out. When the police pursue a suspect, what are they doing? Quick question. I'm pretty sure everybody knows it. What are they doing? I say that to say this. I was recently talking to a woman, trying to date her. And in our final gist of not talking anymore, I made the comment like I make all the time on the podcast. I really be saying some of this stuff to some of these women. I said, I'm not in the business of chasing a woman that doesn't want to be caught. She said, chasing, that just sounds weird. When a man is pursuing a woman, what is he doing? When the police is pursuing a suspect, what are they doing? Chasing, following, pursuing, getting to know, running behind, making time, pursuing, expressing intentions, motives, catering. Those are the things I think of when I think of pursuing a woman, chasing a woman. Because no man and no woman just get together because they fall out of the sky. But oh shit, you feel right here? I feel right here too. We should get together. And maybe that sounds crazy as hell, but that's how some of these women be acting. Like, unless it's an ego that just drops you, or some plane you just hopped off of. Why should we show interest in each other? I mean, you show interest in people because you like them. You share similar events. You see a situation that you can deal with or add to make better for you and the other person. Maybe I'm too smart for my own good. Maybe my mind is too far gone that normal people wouldn't antiquate my feelings as a real person, a grown man, versus whatever they're used to. Like, some of these women deal with men that have no drive, no push, no nothing. A lot of women deal with men that want to give them the bare minimum, scrape and scratch to get by, just for him to feel like he lost her, and then in turn want to give her everything. I don't know about you, and I don't know about the person standing next to you, but why would you want that? Why would you want a person to not give you anything just to show you they can give you everything? Is that how I'm supposed to be? Is that the proper man code that's going on right now? You show a woman nothing, she falls in like because you're not showing her nothing, and then when she gets disdain and she says, you know what, this ain't working out for me, and she says, I'm ready to bounce, and you say, oh, I can give you everything. I can buy you a house, a car, a crib, a trip to the moon, whatever you want. I feel like if you don't like me upon first initial conversation or interaction or whatever, why would I like you later on once I feel like you're no longer attainable? That's not rational sense to me. And I feel like these are my feelings today. It's gloomy outside. I'm not gonna get into all of it. There's just a lot going on today. Today's a hectic day. But hide and still, I feel like, once again, I feel like it's too many men on the internet with talking points, too many women on the internet with talking points, people not knowing real people's motives in these talking points. And then they be like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. I think I will jump off the roof today, see if he loves me. Or I think I will run up in a bank and see if I get enough money to supply her lifestyle. What? Why? Why are you finna go spend 10, 20, 15 plus years in a federal penitentiary running up in a bank trying to give a woman everything that you think she wants just so she'll like you back? Shit like that be hard for me to comprehend because I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, why would you want me to put my life in danger? Like, okay, perfect example. Perfect example. Rapper Mulatto, Miss Mulatto, whatever, Big Lotto, whatever you want to call her. She has a song where she say, "You better not put nobody over me except your ops. That 22 won't get me off. You need a 9 or bigger." So women are actually writing songs, contributing to the male downfall. And that's a good look. That's what we're doing. That's what we're pushing for. Be on crash out time, baby. And when you go to prison for 25 years to life, I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna put money in your books. That's what today's end game is. Put money on my books. Or, baby, I can't date you unless you got bodies. Who is promoting this shit? And why? Because, truth be told, Jay said some shit. And this is my day. This is my era, my day, whatever. Jay said, if I shoot you, I'm brainless. But if you shoot me, you're famous. When did time switch around where you stop praising the shooter, the man behind the gun, instead of the man in front of the gun? When did it become cool to get shot? Stuff like that. Now, I say that in all respect to 50 Cent and everybody else that's been shot. I understand it. I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. I've never been shot, and I'm so happy and grateful I haven't. But it's not gangster to get shot. It just means you have an enemy that really wants you gone. Some people could argue with me. Some people can bring the drama to me. It's not cool to get shot. It's not cool to play with people's feelings because you don't know what the next person is feeling and thinking. So, when Lorraine Bobbitt, oh boy, she said he was abusive, he was beating her, he was treating her, he was talking crazy to her, he was doing all these things. She went to jail for a few years, but moreover, it was justified. She just took it to the extreme because she threw it in a field instead of just leaving it laying by her. Anyway, I digress. I say stuff like that to say this. It's a lot of things going on that people do that they don't be conscious-mindedly thinking about the outcome. When you get with a person, male or female, and you use that person for their whatever they have, their drugs, their weed, their money, their status, if you use somebody, bad karma comes back to you. If you get with somebody and they're just a sex toy and they don't know it, but that's how you look at them, you get bad karma behind that. Are we so far gone in 2024 that we're not worried about karma no more? We're not worried about right and wrong no more? We're not worried about, hey, being a good patron to people? Is that where we're at? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we're a little far from there because we got young boys shooting shit up because they can and not because they have to. Now, would I be lying if I said every time I put out my weapon, it was a have-to moment? Yeah, I would be. But some of the time I did pull out, it was a have-to moment. Some of the time I got down because it was a have-to thing. I don't recall too many instances I got down because It was just like, you know what, this is cool. This is a cool fad or a cool trend or some shit that just feels good at the moment. I've never been that person. So I don't know how that person operates. But it does seem like petty beyond petty. Like, none of this shit is real. It feels more and more like we're waking up in the Matrix every day. Women don't want men. Men don't want women. Why? That's what you're naturally here to, to be with. I'm not against nobody's preference. But how do you pursue a person that constantly tells you, hey, I ain't got nothing to give you. I ain't got nothing for you. I can't make you happy. I can't do nothing. But then in the same breath, I know I'm a good person. I know what I bring to the table. What? What do you bring? What's going on? I mean, I'm not saying no one is without worry or no one is without stuff on their mind, going through situations. I'm not saying that at all. But when did it become cool to play on people's heartstrings? Like to really, real deal, play on people's heartstrings. Like real deal, do shit only because of some selfish purpose. Like, what are we going through? I've been single. I've been single for a moment now. Just looking back in hindsight, I've been single. I've dated here and there, and I've had a couple dates, but I've been single since March, April, somewhere in there. The last person I was dating, we were talking for 8 months, and that's the one I keep telling y'all that ghosted me out the blue. Out the blue. Now everybody be asking, what did I do? What did I say? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't call out her name. I didn't say, hey, woman, put me before your child. I even suggested, hey, we talk after you spend time with your child every day, and then we have our conversations. We watch movies together while we're on the phone. We talk about series. We talk about life choices. We talked about a lot of things. And then one day, I wake up, and she's ghost. She's Patrick Swayze. No argument, no disagreement, no nothing. Just Patrick Swayze. Out the blue. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Had to deliver something. Anywho. Well, I tell you, it's getting bad out here. The conversation that people keep having or not having enough of, the dating pool that currently exists is so full of piss and shit and childish individuals, childish adults, not childish adults, is ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. If this is the reason that we have been through some stuff just to be thrown into a pit of lions with no teeth. I know that sounds crazy. A pit with lions with no teeth. Why are we doing this? Why are we playing this game? Why are we doing any of this? Like, none of it really matters. I meet far too many women that believe money is the answer to everything, and it's not. I meet far too many men confused about who they are as a person. Or I meet too many that assume they know what's best for them because they've done research, they've studied, they've read an article, or searched the internet for something. How do I put it? Okay. So there's a lot of people out here right now, not just self-diagnosing. There's a lot of people out here that are using the internet in the wrong way. I'll say that. The wrong way. You ask, well, what's the wrong way? All right, so I'm finna tell you. The wrong way is when you search the internet not for facts, but for things that support the way you think. Not the way the world is, just the way you think it should be. And like I tell people all the time, the internet has all the answers. It has a bunch of lies. It has mistruths. It has false beliefs. But it has so many unanswered answers to anything you want. You want to wake up and say you're gay tomorrow. And I'm just using this as an example. Wake up and say you're gay tomorrow. You can find tons of things on the internet suggesting why you feel that this is who you are now. You never had none of these questions, these thoughts, these actions, these proverbial urges, but you read on the internet this, and you equate this with you. Like, for instance, great example. I say I'm an introvert, but I'm a social introvert. So what does that mean? I have a very small circle. I talk to the circle. If you're not really in my circle, I don't really talk to you. I might call you here or there, here, but I don't really talk to you. If we go out to a public place with a lot of people, I might speak to somebody. You know, if they keep looking in my way or they're too close to my proximity, I'll speak to them. But as far as being sociable, like, hey, yo, let me get your number, let me trade numbers with you, let me let's take contact numbers and keep in touch and see what we can do with this and this. I don't do that. Well, let's work together. Let's do some work together one day. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. So it comes off crazy because life right now is running like everybody's kids are teenagers, in a sense of what does it do for me right now? How does it affect me right now? Not the long term, because as adults, as functioning adults, you look for the long-term goal. You look for the long-term struggle. You look at it so you can break it down however you need to break it down so that you don't have to go through it. But as a teenager and a kid, you only look for what's right here in this little box. This tall, this wide, that many sides, whatever. That's how the world is right now. What can you do for me right now? Not anything other than that. Just right now. That is a sick proverbial thought that you got a million adults running around with this kid or immature like mentality of what can you do for me right now? I don't know how many of y'all drink, smoke, whatever your vice is, sex, money, pills, who knows, whatever. Your vice, I'm sorry to say this to y'all. Your vice is what you're addicted to, not what you like to do. That's not what you like to do. I'm going to say that again. Your vice is not what you like to do. It's what you're addicted to. With that being said, I'm your host, Just This, spewing my wretched spew. Hopefully it touches you and reaches you. Somebody, please leave it in a comment if this helps you in any kind of way. Anyway, one half of the Dynamic Duo, Thoughts from Your Boy podcast, Rise A Sonova. Peace.